My confession is that I love mathematics. I know that for some of you, the word math brings a flood of bad memories. So before you get up to leave, let me share with you a different way to see math. Unfortunately, many people have the mistaken image that math is just a set of rules and calculations. That is not math. My family and I loved the NCAA March Madness basketball tournament. Sitting around with friends and watching an underdog team beat a highly favored team with a last-second desperation shot is exciting. Compare such a thrilling basketball game to being alone in a gym, shooting hundreds and hundreds of free throws. If all I ever did were to shoot free throws over and over all by myself and never play or watch a real game of basketball, I wouldn't like basketball. The same is true of math. Doing endless math drills is like shooting free throws over and over. It's not mathematics. To me, math can be like a game of strategy, such as Settlers of Catan. Once you know the rules of the game, you can explore where the game will take you. In some ways, you'll have to work with me on this one. In some ways, math is like genealogy. You have several family lines you work on, and you may get stuck. But then a new piece of information opens up a previously blocked line. You get excited, and new results are uncovered. The exact same thing happens with mathematics. You could be working at the Disney Research Group using math to create realistic-looking hair in the movie Moana. Or you could be designing a new method for Netflix to determine what movie a subscriber would like. Or you could even be working on an abstract math problem that uncovers new results, such as finding a fast algorithm to determine whether or not a number is prime. This is how I see mathematics and why I love it. To me, mathematics is beautiful. I have to admit, I felt a bit out of place. Are there times when you have felt out of place? Like you're not sure you belong? Or are there times when you do not feel out of place, but there may be others in the audience who might feel that they do not belong? What can you do in such situations? After the inauguration ceremony at Jackson State and throughout my visit there, I felt at ease because of how the faculty and students went out of their way to meet me, to talk with me, and to be friendly to me. That experience reminds me to think about how I treat people who may feel out of place, who may be lonely, or who may be different than me. The importance of how we treat people is a recurring theme in the gospel of Jesus Christ. President Russell M. Nelson remarked, "Today we have a little more time to bless others, time to be kinder, more compassionate, quicker to thank, and slower to scold, more generous in sharing, more gracious in caring." What does it mean to be a little kinder than is necessary? Many of us are good at being kind to others, especially in circumstances when we feel good. But it's harder to be kind when you haven't slept well for several nights, or when you're feeling sick, or when you're stressed because of financial problems, or when you've procrastinated doing something important, such as writing that 6-page paper for your class, or finishing a presentation, perhaps even finishing a devotional talk. Also, it is harder to be kind, not to mention kinder than is necessary, to others when they act, look, or think differently than we do. However, Christ's teaching on the Sermon on the Mount invites us to do just that. "Ye have heard that it has been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hurt you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you." I think this last scripture suggests the need to go beyond just treating people with kindness. It hints at the importance of seeing people differently. President Thomas S. Monson declared, "We must develop the capacity to see men not as they are at present, but as they may become." As we try to see people differently, It's important to be kind and treat them a little kinder than is necessary because we do not know what's going on in their lives. People do not wear a sign hanging from their neck displaying their current struggles. No one is wearing a sign that declares, "I'm scared I'm going to fail my math class," or "I had a fight with my best friend," or "My mother passed away yesterday," or "I'm having a low blood sugar reaction," or even "I have cancer." If we knew these things, would we see people differently? Would we treat them differently?
This devotional address with Michael Dorff was given on April 3rd, 2018.